The time is now with Back to the Rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth, straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent daily plant the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the rhymes. Yeah. Duo. We're doing it as a duo. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got my sandwich maker with the assist. All right. So actually, I have a paper list of my stuff, but I think I want to do better than that. I'm going to rewrite these on a nice, I got this nice sheet. Can't remember where this came from. It's really good. I think I found it in Little Hebi's room. Okay. So number one is School Us. Album sales. Whammo. All right. Nothing to report there, but I will show you the album. Let's see, who did I talked to somebody this week. Doesn't have a CD player. But again, the sales process is, do you have a CD player? No. Okay. So you're digital? Yes. How do you usually get your music? SoundCloud, or not, sorry, YouTube or SoundCloud. And then a lot of these folks talk about Spotify, iTunes. And I think I'm in those places somewhere. I just don't know exactly where, and I don't personally have those. But I have those two I described, and I can check the analytics on those. Things are going. Anyway, let's continue. So, I don't know what's going on over there. So, number two, My Reformation. Music video. Realistically, I don't even have to talk about this. I could just say CD release party. But we got My Reformation music video. They're really connected. Did meet with the strategist, my chief strategist, Theon, this week. But we weren't talking about that because our pastor's retiring. She's planning a farewell party. And we're talking about Leon's next move, career-wise. So it was a good time together. So yeah, it gets to be too much if I get into all that. So I didn't talk about it, and that was the right thing to do. But anyway, so it's on hold. But let me move on to number three. Which is YouTube channel number three. All right, so doing good as far as consistency for views for this. It's coming along, steadily going. So I'm thankful for that. And got Leon's video done and put it in a playlist. So the plan is to share it with 100 people. I'm up to 5, so I got a ways to go. I've discussed having a concert on 4th of July. When I talked to Theon, she mentioned something about June, but it won't be any earlier than that. If the CD release party coincides with the end of 100 shares, that would be nice. But 100 sharing this once a day with 100 people puts me into let's see, the end of April will be 90 from there. So we got May, June, end of July, I'd say. So that would be kind of the trajectory for that. And I gotta say what's up to Lynn. Thank you. She made a mention of someone's shirt, and this shirt was promoting turns out a Christian hip hop group, and I think Flood Society. The main MC I think is MC A and V. No, SAV, right? Skills and Variety is what it stood for. And he's definitely got that. Definitely the skills. It's very fast rap. I don't know. I just would be very excited to connect with these guys because up until now, most of the people, basically most rappers, if you're connecting with anybody, they're into the weed. It's like the dividing line, the weed or the non-weed. They're always talking about, some of these guys are talking about weed and all that other stuff, And so to not even be, it's kind of like a mixed worship, not worship, but you're mixing, you're capitulating. Whereas if you have someone who shares a similar world view, ideally, then that's a non-issue. I think it's great to fellowship with anybody and try to connect with anybody. Maybe if they are a non-believer, it might be a way to, get to know them, and it can become something more possibly for them. And for me too, it's enriching, but that would be great. So we'll see. I mean, sometimes things happen, but anyway, just to know about them was great. That's good stuff they're doing. Some real excellent work. And I was very blessed to hear that. So let's see. I don't think I have anything else to add right now to that. Number 4. Let's go with rules of engagement. And so I have to say, on one of the videos from those guys, what is the name? It was a little confusing. Something Aces, and then Flood Society, and then the name. Anyway, they have a few names, but rules of engagement. I did notice on the video I was watching, which was called, it was their most viewed? I think it was their second most viewed video, and it had a lot of, I guess, samurai imagery or something. It was really nice. But they had the countdown. What do they call it? The leader film. Because I wanted to use that in one of my songs. I had a vision for that hasn't come along right yet, but they use that, and I'm sure others do too. And of course, it's not unique to anybody, but it's like, oh, and it had some real good visual imagery in that video. I must say, it's really good, unusually good, I would say, from what other stuff I see. And you can see the director's name, Kid Caveman. Is that it? That's who I see his name on there. Anyway, he's doing a good job with those videos. It's very professional, very nice. Anyway, so I just had to mention that because I had probably asked the attorney about something like that way back when. All right, number 5. I would say Bellevue Ballers here. Now, I was asked today at church, what would be your ideal job? Because, oh yeah, Jeff here works at the post office at Bellevue Ballers. How you like that? I don't hate it, but it's a means to an end. Hopefully it's a stepping stone. In a perfect scenario, and this is what I'm striving for, is to replace my post office income with an ongoing income, so I can have the time available to me, and with an open schedule, I thought it would be nice, just as a model, to say I would dedicate a third. This is kind of like how my dad rolls too. He would talk like this, but he has all these things, these systems, so I like that too. But I would say a third of my time, if it was 2-3 hours a day, towards music. A third, let's say it's a 40-hour work. A third of my time towards coaching baseball, coaching maybe basketball if it's that time of year. But I love I'd love to do that. It's been on my heart. It's been in me to do. I did a little coaching at my high school shortly in 96, shortly after getting done with college, and never really got to do it the way I wanted to. Just been trying to get things together. But that would be something really, in a way, a dream come true, but that's the goal. And I got my man Mike I worked with at the post office, and he was coaching in Puerto Rico 30 years, played professionally, he went to the show. Yes, he did. So he could be the pitching coach. You know, I know he's working at the post office too. He can't even think about coaching. He had to stop altogether, but I know he loves the game for sure. And then the other third would be, I'd say, political activism, something active, not just commentary, activism, strategy, voter legitimacy, that kind of stuff, anything, So I'd be I could easily, because these things can be done unlimited amounts a week. Now, baseball is a little limited, but you could do music to the degree, an unlimited amount. Politics, you can go crazy. So that would be my work week to do those three things. So anyway, and there's a plan for that, but it was nice to be asked that, because she asked me what's my dream job. But that would be, if I could design a schedule, a job schedule, it would not be delivering mail. No way. And like I said, I don't hate it, but how much better, how much more could I be doing? How much more impact and enjoyment is there available? It's out there, So anyway, 6. Music for let me put it like this, for B2DR, back to D rhymes. D rhymes, B to the, B to the, back to the rhymes. I might have to fix that. Well, I'm going to leave it. B2DR, music for B2DR songs. All right. Again, so let's see. These guys are obviously have producer. We'll see. I don't know. The other thing I got to say is went up to the third floor to meet my coworker who's out there. He's actually making music, not just freestyling on the side like my other guy there, good guy. But my supervisor, we got 2 floors. Now she's been moved up to the 3rd floor. So let's say on break, I'll just put this out. I'm going to, I could hold myself accountable by saying I'm going to do it this week. Coming up, what's this, Sunday? So this week I will go up to the 3rd floor on my break. I would prefer to get through Monday. I would prefer to get through Tuesday with the ads. And so have Wednesday off. So Thursday, Friday on my break, go visit the 3rd floor and go see Pam and see if we can find the other Jeff. His Patron is him. I'm Jaeger. He's Patron. You see something there? I already have a song. You can figure it out, can't you? All right. So that would be the objective there. Let's see. All right. What are we doing? Try to go off memory, but I have my cheat sheet. 7. Aha. Merch. I'm not a huge fan of that way that sounds, but so keep in mind merch. So Lynn was at church and saw some merch. Where did they get there? And I could talk to her, Lynn. We could talk about that, because that would be, if no other reason, to connect just for that, because maybe they have a believer who's making, someone involved in that. It has a print shop or design, making shirts. So that I don't want to go too far, too fast, but that's definitely makes sense to me. Now my work schedule, as far as getting off before 5 to get down to the place in the industrial area by 5, wow, it's changing up on me. I guess I didn't get Mando. So all week I had Tuesday off, but I was Mandoed 4 out of 5 days this week. Now it was spring break, Mando meaning mandatory overtime. Essentially, meaning no shot to get down to anywhere before 5. If I don't get Mando tomorrow, I have my easiest route of the 5, but it's Monday. But it's really easy relative to these other routes. So let's see. Monday, Tuesday would be actually considering that. Maybe I should go up to, I am going to the 3rd floor tomorrow. That route's so easy. There's just nothing to do as far as getting the route ready. It's just like I've been talked to about going too fast. How do you like that? It's pretty sick. Another reason to have a business of my own. I don't want to cause any problems. I just want to work. But really, we're just going to slow down. I don't mind being slower on the street, but it gets to the point of ridiculous. But I've learned how to create busy work for myself. So I'm moving, but not going too fast. It's unbelievable. It's not the way I want to live. All right. 8 is Trump's going to dump. My one of the people I'm a helper for, I did tell her about this, so I don't know if she checked it out, but at least shared it with her. See, I had to feel her out. I knew she's been listening to 97.3, which is Cairo radio, but they have Dory on. They got some from the other side before him, but then Dory shows up, and I guess John Curley, who apparently is fairly conservative too. So she's listening she just has it on there. So for her, that's kind of a red pill in the sense that before she was just listening to music, then up until a year ago, every time in her vehicle, she's got 97.3 on. So she could handle it. If she's listening to Dory, she can handle it, and that's interesting. She's very mellow, very chill, but anyway, I think it's fun. I just love that. I really haven't found too many people to talk politics too much with at this new location, but it's getting there little by little. But not someone that you could just crack the jokes with. I don't have that yet. See, right as I left Wallingford, I had a guy I could crack the jokes with endlessly. All right. And the song, I'll get to it, kind of touches on it. That's all these, I guess it's hypocrisy. It's craziness. It's stuff doesn't line up, doesn't make sense. It's irrational. All right, I'm not going to spend too much time. 9. What is 9? It is. Let me roll one cheek. You will be glorified. Uh-oh, he forgot about his worship song. There's kind of not a surprise exactly. Not my worship song, the Creator's worship song. I made a song for him, but he gave it to me. Right? He gave it to me. So, I guess my daughter is not going to see our piano teacher in person for a voice lesson, I guess, because a mask is required, which is not really exciting. So it's just not moving forward. This song's not moving forward to that. It's just all these things. She's high risk. She's nervous about it, and it's understandable for her. I understand. We just definitely give her that. It's her business. It's what she wants. That's how she feels she needs to move forward. So, but in order for this project to move forward, what do I do? Well, I'm at this church in Renton, and for the foreseeable future, that's where I'll be most of the time. almost seems like exclusively. We'll see. We'll say it's funny because I was just getting back to Faith Bible Church, and there they are having things that just kind of. So it's Highlands and Renton. That's where my daughter wants to be. She feels it's a great place for her. And what can I say? It's not terrible. I actually like Faith Bible personally, but the relationships are where they are for me, and it's very nice. It's just you just have basically when you know somebody that long, you're just picking up on where the conversation left off, and you can't really replace that. She doesn't have that situation though. She doesn't have those kind of relationships. So for her, I will see when she's older. Maybe she'll want to go there, and maybe I don't know. And I can still check in once in a while, definitely. But there isn't a person at Faith Bible that I could work with for this song. In Renton, I believe there is, but it's going to take some time. And I have my cousin in Texas who I need to, he's on my list soon to reach out to. Who knows? He's in Texas. It's kind of a long shot. So realistically, that song right now is not going. It's kind of dragging a little bit. It's not much that can be done about that. But that's the update. All right. Now look at this. That looks good, doesn't it? Okay, it's better than the last sheet. I'm going to take my last sheet and recycle it. Okay. I don't know if I can finish this song today, but I'm on to my next song mentally. And I had a little addition to it today. I probably could add that in. But let's finish this. Up to the 8th Street. I don't know if I've seen, my dad he lived in a crack house basically. I can't say I'd ever really seen someone smoking crack except for like on New Jack City or something. That might be fake rocks or something. I pretty much saw someone smoking crack yesterday. Pretty much on Jackson and 5th. And I can look through the window. I don't want to stare. I don't really want to see it. I didn't really know how it was done. But these guys are all hiding all the time. They could put their coat. It's just terrible. It's really sad. But man, I'm seeing it, and I've never really, my wife saw a guy as we're driving down the street shooting the needle. He was on the feet over the curb shooting the needle. I don't think I've actually seen someone shooting the needle in the arm. She saw it, so that's bad. That is not good. The mayor's saying on May 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, he wants to have and this is a smart thing. He said, people want to see things improve. We're calling for a day of cleaning up the city. We're calling that, I don't know, whatever amount, maybe it's 10,000. We just go crazy on May 22nd. Just go crazy. Even though I like, on one level, I like it because that's something, and maybe a concerted effort, you could really do some, make some real improvement. But then where's the maintenance? How does it, how do you follow that up? Maybe he's got a plan for that. I don't know, but I like that. Sounds good. But, I was talking to a former coworker, tow truck driver, and he's might get out of that business. It's as like a lot of these businesses are just working like crazy. They can't find people. But I was like, what's up with we got the graffiti on the freeway. He's like, can't catch them. You pull up, they run away probably, but where are they? They're all living around the freeway. I mean, what? Nothing can be done. There's not money in the budget. I mean, they're all around the freeway, so. And they're getting moved around, but like where I deliver mail to those houseboats, here's one. I was discussing this with somebody. Let's take the median price of a house in a given neighborhood. Can we start including the homeless so we can have a homeless adjusted median house price? So let's say you have X amount of houses in the neighborhood and you add all the tents and campers into that. You got to drop the price, the median price of the houses in that neighborhood based on the amount of tents and campers. What do you think? I'm going to get back to the rhymes. All right, so the song goes like this. Their finest hour. Their finest hour was this very moment, living life correct, living in the present, presented with this opportunity. You make your presence felt for all eternity. Your kingdom come, your will be done. You gave us the son, you gave us your son. Now is not the time to not stiffen our spine, to not lift one another up, to not fill one another's cup, so it can runneth over and mow down the devil's schemes and plans to devour, stop cold in this, their finest hour. I don't even know how long that took. Again, gonna have music there because it's just that. And like I said, I got to try to get what these. I got to ask somebody. I'm sure I'll have to do a signature on the third floor. That's Mara Group, Salem Radio. I'm going to ring the bell. What's up with this? If I want to do Winston Churchill sample, but that's happening right there. Their finest hour. You're looking at it. Time marches on, sure as I spit, and I put out for the record to mark my word. Duck the mark unheard, as it said in his word. So I did leave off saying this is a bit abstract. Duck the mark unheard. Avoid the mark. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of like this song. Their finest hour. You're looking at it. Time marches on, sure as I spit, and put. I like that. Who says it? Put it out for the record. There's a way of saying that word. It's been done before, and it's strong. It's nice. And mark my word. Duck the mark unheard, as it says in his word. Absurd. I think not. Snake lay in the weeds. Snake lay in the weeds. That's the plot. Now there he plot. Absurd, I think not. Snake lay in the weeds. There he plot. Oh, wow. His next move. There he plot. His next move is our time to prove. It's our time to prove. Our God's for real. And yes, he came to steal. Though he came to steal. To kill. To destroy. Our gods. The real McCoy. Whatever that exactly means. in this, their finest hour. I'll recite that next week. I wonder if I should have ended like that, but we'll get back to it then next time.